Hello folks and welcome back to Shogun Total War. I am Step and this is going to be part 21 of my Sengoku Jedi campaign where I'm playing as Clan Oda. And in the last episode we finally had a really good send-off to this push into the northern territories of the Hojo clan. And this is going to be a tough one for sure. I mean, they attacked some of my territories simultaneously while I attacked a few of theirs, and it was a lot of battles, and I don't think it's going to let up anytime soon. I think this is going to be another episode full of battles. The one territory I was able to take off of them in the last episode was Hida, and they actually just conceded it to me. And this is a good grab. If I can get Hida for free, Hida itself is not very important, but there is buildings here that they were planning on using, and I can take those off of them. And in addition to that, there's 700 men here that are going to just die for free as they just starve to death. Now, they're not the greatest quality. It's just Yari Samurai, Ashigaru, one unit of cavalry archers, and that's it. So not the highest quality, but still, 700 men is 700 men. Now, I don't think that Hojo is going to try to let them die for free. I think they will try to, reinforce and rescue this garrison, because they have the troops for it. Shinano is just stacked with armies, and then they have a few here in Mikawa, and then a few here in Kaga as well. So the key is, going into this one, it's going to be 3 turns before this siege is over. So in the meantime, it's going to be important for me to continue attacking these 3 provinces to keep the attention focused on defending these provinces rather than reinforcing Hida. That way, hopefully, I can make this siege end without being attacked and without this army sallying out and fighting me. But it's not going to be easy. I think Mikawa is going to be a really good gain for me. I think that just, the way that I fight my river battles means that maybe in maybe 2 more battles tops, I should be able to take Mikawa. And Kaga is going to be tough for sure. They have a lot of troops here. Some pretty good troops as well. So yeah, Kaga might be tough. Although this looks like this was the army that did attack Echizen, so a lot of their monk units have really, really banged up, so that's really good news. And yeah, it looks like they have a couple more healthy units of, not a ton of, looks like they have just a couple units of healthy monks, and then they do have some Naginata cavalry. But other than that, it looks like a lot of light cavalry, a lot of cavalry archers, a lot of Yari Cav, a couple, archers and Yari Sams. So this is looking beatable. Maybe not in 1 battle, but perhaps 2. And that's going to be Oda Nobunaga's job. He is the one who actually defended Echizen successfully. And he's going to refit with this army here. Just this army that's been hanging out, just a reinforcement army. So he's going to refit and go right back into Kaga to try to distract them from reinforcing Hida. And then down here, Shibata Katsuye, one of my top generals, is just drawing tough assignment after tough assignment. And in this case, it's going to be his job to distract the armies of Shinano, which, poor guy, it's just a losing proposition. I mean, he's already had 3 successful defenses of Mino. I think all 3 of those battles have been in the rain, so he hasn't been able to use his guns in any of those battles. So here, going forward, he's going to try to attack Shinano and try to keep these troops here. And meanwhile, I will send this army to Hida just to kind of give them numbers. This is my eldest son, Oda Nobuhiro, and he's going to be the one trying to hold on and starve out this garrison here in Hida. And just by having some extra numbers here might dissuade the Hojo armies from attacking. Probably not, but I'm just going to try to have those numbers there that are available. And then here in Mikawa, or Owari that is, my daimyo is going to get refitted, and he's going to go in for another attack here in Mikawa. And Mikawa was actually a surprising battle because they just attacked me, actually. Because their numbers were so vast, they attacked me over the bridge, even though I was the attacker, which is just unheard of. It's so crazy that happened, but I think because I went in there with only 1 stack, and then they had, 4 or 5 or whatever. I think they just figured, heck, let's go over this bridge and kill this dude, because they had a bunch of warrior monks and good cavalry. So they attacked, and I killed a lot of their men. I killed over 1,000 of their guys and only lost like 128, I think. So yeah, I'm going to do that again. And if they don't attack me, that's fine. I still think that my bridge baiting tactics for the river battles is going to be very valid in this case. So yeah, there's going to be a lot for me to do here. And then down here in Kazusa, my little Mission Impossible priest force is still trying to start a rebellion here in Kazusa. And it looks like I keep having a hard time getting below the 146% on the population loyalty, which is still plenty in there and for them. So I'm going to keep trying to send priests over and trying to get this down. But yeah, I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm just going to keep trying because, why not? So that's going to be that. So I just have to get these armies here in Echizen and Owari. I have to get my Daimyo's army and then Oda Nobunaga's army. I have to get them refitted and ready to attack their successive provinces again. And one thing I've just remembered is that I have been just training my musketeers in Owari and Tosa just because these are the provinces that offer the honor bonus for Ashigaru units. But I've decided that I need these musketeers. I need a lot of them. I really need a lot of them right now. So I'm training. The good thing about musketeers is that I can train them at any single province that has that Portuguese trading post, which, guess what? I've built everywhere. So I can just train a bunch of musketeers in this turn. I didn't build them literally everywhere, but I am training musketeers in like maybe 10 provinces right now. So that's going to be really good for me going forward, just because I need those numbers right now. I need more musketeers, just because I'm having to rely on my arquebusiers in a few of my armies, such as here in Kaga, I have to use my arquebusiers, and then here in Shinano as well, I'm relying on arquebusiers, which does not give me a good feeling. Also here in Mikawa as well, my daimyo only has one musketeer unit left, so it's going to be up to these 3 units of arquebusiers to hopefully do some damage. So a little dicey for sure, but they'll get the job done until I get my musketeers coming in. So let's just end the turn and get into this next turn here. Let's get into these battles. So legendary armory in Aki, so now I can start building Naginata with improved armor. I think that's the gold-plated armor now, I'm guessing. Palace for better morale for my soldiers in Izumo. And then famous armory for my soldiers in Iga. I think that might be the first upgrade. And then drill dojo for better unit rallying here in Mino. And then a swordsmith for better attacks for my units here in Owari. Okay, oh, whoa. Okay, interesting. So they've attacked... okay. Let's first get this over with. So yeah, they're killing... Okay, so this is crazy. Oh man, this is like one of those things that I didn't quite see coming. So they've attacked Mino from Mikawa, because, they do border Mikawa, so they could do that. I did leave troops here to defend, but I didn't really leave anyone... not enough. I only have 500 troops, and I'm up against 1,500 troops. And this isn't a real army. This is just a reinforcement army, so they're not really meant to do any fighting. So yeah, this is something that I really was not planning on at all. And if you look at Hida right there, they've reinforced Hida with everything. So that's kind of crazy. That's terrifying, because I have 2 stacks in Hida, and so it looks like I should be able to take Kaga. Yeah, because they've brought everything here into Hida, everything. So I should be able to take Kaga virtually without a fight. I'm curious to see if they left anything in Shinano, because I don't know. What I might have to do here is just retreat to the castle here in Mino, because I can't defend this. And yeah, that does suck, because they destroyed a lot of my buildings. So I have to build up a lot of buildings here in Mino. But I still technically have a presence here in the province, so I should be able to, reinforce and take back. So, okay, anyway, moving on. And then Mikawa. Okay, so they still outnumber me by quite a bit. I have 911 versus their 1356. but I should be able to do a lot of damage to them. In the last battle, I killed 1,000, but that was thanks to having, you know, 4 units of musketeers. In this battle, only have 1 unit of musketeer, 3 units of arquebusiers. So we'll see how this goes. Man, this is really interesting. So I think, just looking at the map, I have a better view of it now. I should be able to take Shinano without a fight. And it's crazy that they're just giving up Shinano to defend Hida. But man, oh man, this is bananas. Because if they... I'm trying to think about how this is going to work. Because if I have to... So I've retreated to the castle in Mino, which means that my soldiers here in Hida, if I retreat from Hida, they need a place to be able to retreat to, which in this case looks like the only place would be Echizen, and then possibly Kaga if I take Kaga here in the north, and then also possibly Shinano if I take Shinano. I don't really know how that works. Huh. This is crazy, because I don't know if they would just try to like blitz my center and try to move past me like that. Is that what they're going for? It's a really interesting move here. Anyway, all right, cool. I'm just going to get into it and fight this battle and see how this turn plays out, because I do not know what's going to happen here. Now I'm all set up here, and this is quite the interesting defense force. It's a lot of cavalry, a lot of Yari Cav, a lot of cavalry archers, a few units of foot archers, and then on the ground, pretty much just 1 unit of Yari Sam, 1 unit of Naginata, and that's all I'm seeing. So it's not the best defense force, but honestly, the amount of archers they have, including their cav archers, can do some damage to me. So it's not nothing, but then again, my attacking force isn't the greatest either, just because of my arquebusiers being limited in their range. I have a couple of units of arquebusiers here on the sides, as close as I can get them to the bridge. And then my musketeers are farther away, because as we saw in that last battle, they can actually reach this distance. So if someone's here, they can shoot them. So hopefully I can get some work done there. And oops, I have to be careful here, just because all of this cavalry is a lot faster than my Naginata, of course. So I've got to make sure I get them back nice and quick. But it looks like my guns are shooting, so that's a good thing. And maybe I should get some spears up and ready to support against this cav. Now going in for my 4th attack over the bridge, and I'm finally bringing in the Naginata and the Yari Samurai. So hopefully we can get some good volleys in on these guys and bring down the infantry. Once that infantry's down, it's going to be a lot easier to cut through these Yari Cav and cavalry archers and the foot archers as well. Now we've reached the point in the battle where they are finally bringing in their archers for hand-to-hand combat, which is good for me, because if I can take these guys down, that means they won't have any archers to shoot at me in the oncoming battles. So this is going to be very productive, and yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to accomplish getting this fight over in this battle, just because I'm running out of time and starting to run out of ammo as well. But this has been productive, and yeah, I should hopefully be able to take this in the next season. And now at this point, I have run out of arrows, and I was thinking that I was going to just keep doing this bridge baiting tactic until all my, the time has run out, because I still have ammunition for my guns. But at this point, they have brought in reinforcements in the form of some more cavalry archers and, more arrows in that case. And they are out trading me at this point. Just from a value standpoint, they're getting some more arrows in than I'm getting bullets in. So at this point, I'm just going to call a retreat, or, well, frankly, I can just speed up time and do a timeout loss. But in any case, yeah, I will be taking a loss. But just looking at the kill ratio, it's hard to call this one a loss, just because that's pretty dang good, all things considered. Alright, how we do? So, yeah, only killed 385, lost 95. And, yeah, how did my guns do? So, looking here, these arquebusiers killed 51, musketeers killed 88. Dang, and they were, like, off to the side, These arquebusiers killed 40, and where's the other ones? Yeah, 34 for these as well. So, yeah, not bad for my guns, not bad showing at all. So, let's go forward and see. Let's figure out what the rest of this turn has in store for us. Okay, so he has retreated from Kaga. So I've taken Kaga without a fight. Okay. Pillaged 575 koku. Okay. And Okay. And all right. So what we're seeing here is deceptive because we know from before that all of the armies went to Hida, and that's what these numbers are telling us. It tells us that we're facing 9,000 troops, and we only have 1,800. Now, this is my eldest son, and I do have a pretty solid army that I could do a lot of damage with. It's tempting to fight it just to, get a fight in and do a lot of damage. It is tempting. It really is, just because, I'm not going to win the battle. I will have to, I could beat back the first wave, but, there's just no, well, I mean, actually no, because it's a defensive battle. If I just last until the timer's over, that's a possibility. And I do have reinforcements that can move in and replenish my beleaguered frontline troops. So, yeah, it's just a question of how fast their reinforcements are going to come in. But because we've seen it before, just in the battle in Mino, where I think the last battle I fought, the reinforcements for the Hojo clan never came in until the very end of the battle timer. So I won that one pretty easily just by beating the first army. But in this case, if I beat the first army right away when there's still 3/4 time left, and I still have to hold out for 3/4 of that time, it's going to be really tough for me. And especially if I don't have my reinforcements showing up, it's going to be really tough for me. But in any case, even if it comes down to it and I have to withdraw my troops and retreat, I still have Echizen as a safe territory for me to retreat to. So I won't lose this army if I withdraw. So I think I just want to fight this one and just see what I can do here. Maybe I can, hold out until the timer's over. Oh, also I'm fighting in the winter time, so that's not bad for defensive troops. Usually for armies that are fighting with Naginata, that's not ideal just because the Naginata will get tired faster. But in this case, so Hida's also a province that I don't I don't know if I ever fought a defensive battle on Hida. I'm always attacking Hida. I never defend this territory. So it's an interesting one because it's not the greatest to defend on, but honestly, if they come straight up the pike, straight up at me through here, this could be really good for me because it's a gradual, it's a decent hill, honestly. They're going to be tired from marching through the snow. And then this is wide open. It's really good gun lanes or shooting lanes for my guns and for my arrows. And I have musketeers in this army too. Oh man, if they want to come straight at me, I can kill a lot of soldiers. Sure, my archers will run out of ammunition very quickly, but I can withdraw them and hopefully have reinforcements come in. That's tempting. Now, going up into this forest up on the hill, that's suicide. I need open ground. I need gun lanes. If they rush me with a bunch of warrior monks and we're fighting in the woods and I can't shoot them, I'm screwed. However, I can fight here, and if they do rush me with cav, I can retreat to this little forest here. It's not much, but it's enough to make it so that their cav will suffer from the penalties of fighting in the forest. Other than that, though, I can just, get ready right here, and hopefully this come right down the pike. Now if they go around me this way, it's gonna be a little tricky, but honestly this is a wide open too, so it'll be easy enough for me to switch my left flank of guns and just have this wide open killing ground available to them. That could be really good as well. So it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but it depends. This is new for me. I like I said, I don't think I'm not very well practiced in defending this province. Oh, and it looks like it's not raining, because it's wintertime. So my guns will going to shoot. So that's good. That's good news. Now this is a perfect opportunity for me to show you my Oda formation, which you've seen before. I've shown this to you before, but I haven't actually shown it to you in a defensive battle where I can just kind of show you how I do my micro for these. So I have group 1, right? Group 1 is my center force. It's supposed to take the full attention of the army. That's why I have them positioned a little bit ahead of my flanks, because I want my heavily armored Naginata to take the full brunt of the attention of the enemy army. In addition to that, I have the archers providing range support, and they can also fight in melee if it comes to that. Then on my, and just to show you, so the way that this works is that right now, the number keys are associated with group formations that are preset by the game. Now, if I press, so right now this is the formation that is skirmish forward, which means, the archers are in front, more or less. I mean, it's not perfect, but I have one unit of archers here, but for the most part, I have 2 units in the back or in the front, with Naginata as such. But if I have the whole group selected and then I press 2, that is with melee forward. Now I will stretch this out myself and do it like this, but 2 gets them to where I need them to be. Now they won't transport like that during the battle, of course. They will just actually move and switch out. But that's when you see me do this in battle, that's what's happening as I'm pressing 2 and 5. I want 5 where I have my missiles forward. And then when the enemy gets close, I just hit 2 and they all switch out automatically. And that's how I do that so quickly in the heat of the battle. And that same thing works for my side unit. So left flank is grouped to my 2 key. So Control 2 selects them. And then if they're being charged, I have my Yari Samurai protecting my 2 units of muskets. That way, if they're being charged by anything, I can just press 2 and they won't teleport like that, but they'll just switch out in the battle. And then I can individually micro them around and try to get muskets around on the flanks and get them in the gaps so they can still shoot and support in the battle. But for now, I want them, like such, and I want them a little bit spread out like this. And I want my muskets at least into ranks of 3. That way they have the rotating, revolving fire, where they will fire, basically I think it's every 7 seconds they'll get a volley in, which is very, very fast, very powerful. And same thing here on my right flank, muskets and spears. In the back, I have my grouped to my 4 key. This is basically my general and his bodyguard. He has my general is in an archer unit. I like to keep my generals in archer units because it allows them to contribute to the battle without actually having to be in the danger of the battle itself. And then they have a little bodyguard here, a little Yari Samurai. He can plug in where he's needed. If my general's being hunted by Cav, the Yari Samurai can do a very good job defending him against Cav. And if the battle's lost and he needs to get away, I can run him away and I can kind of use the Yari Samurai to sacrifice themselves to save my general. And then in the back, I keep my Yari Cav. Just, I realize that with my Oda army compositions, I'm never going to win the Cav engagements. That's not the point of them. This is never going to win me the game when it comes to my cavalry. They're just there to defend against cavalry archers because they are the only unit that can catch cavalry archers. They're the only unit that's fast enough to catch cavalry archers. And once I have that break where the entire army is running away, I can send my Yari Cav to hunt down that army and get as many kills as possible. And hopefully I don't lose my Yari Cav in that process. Because sometimes what's tricky about this game is that when the enemy army breaks, they're not completely done. I know in later Total Wars, what happens is that when the battles are over, you're basically free to just hunt at will, and the enemy is not going to rally and fight you again. So you're just kind of free to get as many kills as you can. It kind of I don't want to say dumbs down, but it does make it a lot easier to not think about it, and you're just I don't know, you're playing like a collecting game where you're just collecting all the kills that you can get without any repercussions. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of killing them before they run away. That's not the case in this game. In this game, you have to pay really close attention to your forces that are hunting the routing army, which is that when that army rallies and decides to fight back, well, you know how many spears there are in this game. They want to fight back against my light scout cav, my Yari cav. They're going to cut them to pieces. And that happens all the time. It really does happen all the time. I mean, my poor Yari cav, they really go through it. And that's what's tough about this game is that you have to kind of decide when to call it and when to bring them back, because especially in a battle like this where I'm going to be facing off against 9,000 troops, that's a lot of waves. I mean, sure, I won't see all 9,000 troops in this battle just because of the game timer, because of the battle timer, but I will face a lot of troops, a lot of waves, and I want to make sure that I get my kills when I can, yes, but I do also want to save my Yari Cav in case I need them, for the second wave, for that third wave. And yeah, that's the tough call. That's the tough call that I face every time I send them out to hunt at the end of the battle, is seeing are they going to rally or not? Because we've seen it just in this campaign where even the lowly samurai archers, and I don't mean actual lowly, but samurai archers are a unit that the Yari Cav is made to beat. That's the whole point of them, is to beat that. It's just that with the whole expert difficulty thing, samurai archers can actually do pretty decent against Yari Cav, especially because the Hojo clan has such good upgrades right now. I mean, I'm just guessing that their archers probably have some attack upgrades, some armor upgrades. So yeah, it's a real dicey proposition to send my Yari Cav out there. But anyway, those are the calls. I just wanted to talk a little bit about my composition and how I run it this way. The thing is I can't set my army up like this when I'm attacking. It's only when I'm defending, which I think is pretty dumb. That's one of the dumbest decisions in the creation of this game, is the idea that you can't set up during an attack. That's really silly, I think. But in any case, whatever. I've moved past it. I still enjoy the heck out of this game. So let's get into this battle and see how this goes. It's gonna be crazy. This is gonna be nuts. I don't know. I don't know. I just hope they charge me right up the pipe. This would be preferable. Just make it easy for me, guys. Come straight at me. Don't go around my flanks. I mean, it won't be the worst thing. I could just, if they come around my flanks, I can just move my left flank here, and I'd still have the high ground. I'd still have a nice killing ground available. And same here. If they wanted to go around my right flank, I would have this as well. So, if they want to go around me, that's fine, I guess. But, I just think it'd be really fun if we just had like a shooting gallery. Oh, and there's the daimyo right there. There's Mr. Hojo himself. So, and if I remember correctly, I actually did kill the heir in the Mikawa bridge battle. He was like charging over the bridge like a madman in the last episode, and I'm pretty sure I gunned him down or killed him with a spear. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's dead. And I'm pretty sure he's the only heir. He was the only heir. So in this case, if Mr. Hojo wants to, face the wrath, I mean, here he is with a host of 9,000 marching to his rear. Obviously, you don't see them, but they are coming. It's okay. So this is interesting because this is not a full army. And I know that we saw on the map after I fought the Mikawa battle that there was only like this much. There was only like a half stack in Hida, but the battle selection screen said that it was, it said that there was 9,000 troops, which is what we saw before the Mikawa battle. So it's interesting that this is all we're getting for the first wave, but this is they gonna die if they want to come at me. And to be honest, I'm not gonna like make any aggression at all. I'm not leaving my high ground. I'm staying here, even though I greatly outclass what I'm seeing in front of me right now. I'm still gonna make them come towards me. So yeah, as I was talking before, this is pretty straightforward. The only trick really is to make sure that I have my groups selected and that I move the spears in front in time to avoid my guns and my archers from engaging in melee. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. But honestly, guys, I don't know if this army is even going to be able to like engage. I think they might. See, they're taking so many casualties from guns that they might just run away. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're going to make it. We got some Yari Samurai getting a little close. But, if I get another volley in, I think they might just be gunned down. Let's see. Yeah, they're running away. And that's the thing, is that it's not so you take a morale penalty when you're losing a man. Like when you lose just a shit ton of men, like what's happening in like an entire volley like that. When you lose 10 guys in your unit like that, and just one volley from the guns, there's a morale hit from that. But in addition to that, there's a morale hit just from the noise of the guns themselves, just because, you know, guns are scary. So it's a double-fold, it's a twofold penalty hit for your morale. It's the guns. Oh, and look! Oh my God, the daimyo is just getting melted. There's only 2 left. He's right there. He just got melted, and that's that. And yeah, you know, I could send my horses to go chase, but honestly, I don't know. We'll see. I feel like that daimyo might come back and try to leave like the second wave. But yeah, that's only a quarter of that time. So there's still 3/4 of this battle left. So it's a lot of time for reinforcements for the Hojo clan to come in. But yeah, let's just keep going and see how this goes. And now that my 2 front units of, oh my God, I just killed him. He just got shot dead by my guns. That's it. Clan Hojo is over with. And with that, no more geishas, just like that. And I was just going to say, so this battle's not over yet, but I believe Clan Hojo is done for. Now, these front 2 archers, since they're out of ammunition, I can tell that because their little cursor is a sword and not a bow. I'm going to have them withdraw, and him as well. He can withdraw as well, and I can bring this archer forward. He sells ammunition because it's a bow, and I can bring this archer forward so that he can be in front of my formation. And now that I'm withdrawing these 2 units of archers, that means that I should theoretically get reinforcements coming in. I say theoretically because I just feel like my luck with getting reinforcements to come in just ain't great. That's why a lot of time, I mean, that's one of the main reasons why I don't fight with the battle timer. That's why I fight with the battle timer on. With the battle timer off, yes, you do get to fight these epic battles where, you know, you can have, you know, 2,000 versus 9,000 like this battle would be. But, and you know, it's just frustrating when you're counting on reinforcements that are essentially randomized. And I feel like, and I don't know if this is true, but I feel like the random nature of the reinforcements seems to really favor the AI. It really seems like the AI will get the reinforcements, you know, over the course of a battle timer battle, but not me. I feel like I don't get them very often. So it's not something I just enjoy playing with. It's not something that, it just takes me out of it. Like, what's the point if I have to rely on units coming in that, you know, I'm not going to get. All right, looks like we have a wave 2 coming in, but looks like it's a lot of cavalry. What do we got here? Yari Cav, cavalry archers, Yari Cav, cavalry archers, cavalry archers, cavalry archers. So I'm not seeing any Naginata Cav. I'm not seeing any heavy Cav. This is just a horde of light Cav, which doesn't mean that I have to be careful. I have to be really quick on the trigger right here. So, for example, if they're going to charge my left flank, I have to make sure that I hit the 2 key in time for my spears to switch out. So yeah, if they're coming in for a charge, which it looks like they are, so I need to hit this. So now they're going to switch out like this. So the spears are going forward, and the muskets are going in the back. And that's all automatic upon me just simply hitting that key. And then I can bring my muskets over to that flank and over to this flank. And looks like, yeah, now they're already running away. So now all I have to do is, what do we got? So more Yari Cav. So yeah, I can bring, I don't know, for now, I can do kind of like a pike and shot kind of formation where I have my spears in the middle and my guns on the flanks. And this is kind of some late medieval era warfare where the pikes are protecting, or in this case the spears are protecting the guns. Maybe I can bring them back a little bit, like so and like so. And what do we got? We got Yari Cav coming in, so I want to make sure that I bring my muskets over behind my spears just in case. And what do we got on this side as well? Yeah, they're coming in, so I want to make sure that they come in. Maybe I should send over some Naginata to reinforce this side. Because, yeah, they're coming hard at me here, so I can send spears over. And, yeah, let's see. This is going to be a little tricky, but let's see. Got cavalry archers, and, yeah, I can send them at Naginata and here. And then I can just post up guns here. And, yeah, these guns got a little bit chewed up, but maybe if I bring them back here, they can still shoot. The idea is that my Yari Samurai should probably beat this Yari Cav. And then if I have... Ooh, now they're getting a little too... Probably didn't want them going that far, but... Oh well, what's done is done. And maybe... Okay, how are we doing on this side? So this side's doing fine because it's just Cav archers. And yeah, now they're running away. The guns were shooting at them and that scared them. And now all I have to do is press 5, get them information, and get this Naginata back to where he wants to go. And that's good. That looks like the second wave is being seen off here. And man, it is tempting to send my Yari Cav just because they can chase down these Cav archers. But yeah, you know, I think I'm actually going to be pretty conservative and maybe not even use them in this battle, and that's fine. That's totally fine. Looks like I haven't gotten any reinforcements. Wouldn't you know? So these archers are out of ammunition. So instead of just letting them stay here and get shot, I'm just going to withdraw them like I did with my last 2 archers. And I haven't gotten any reinforcements yet. There's still no one here. No one to be seen. It's a good thing I didn't need them. It's a good thing I'm not counting on them to save my life. Because, if I really needed them, and if this was a really close battle, that would suck. That would really suck to be down 3 units that I withdrew, thinking that I was going to be getting some, getting some reinforcements. Oops. Withdraw. And, not withdraw, but reform. And, there. Okay, so that's fine. See, that's the nice thing about the guns is that it just, a lot of times you can just kind of last samurai at these guys. And, it's like, it's just like in the movie where they're just charging the guns and you just gun them down and it's great. And it's kind of dicey because as the player, you're thinking like, when do I press that button to make these units reform? And a lot of times at the very last second, they will be able to scare away. Yeah, see, they're running away again. Like, it's just, those guns are just so powerful. They're so great. It's so fun. It's so fun using muskets in this game. It's a real treat. And that's that. All right, so I killed 788. I lost 63, so not bad. And I also killed the daimyo of the Hojo clan. So that should be it for the Hojo clan. And yeah, so he retreated from Shinano. Okay. So I have taken Shinano without a fight, which is so crazy. And yeah, so now this castle, because this force rallied out and they lost a lot of men in that battle, it's only going to be 1 turn instead of 3 turns before this castle in Hida has fallen. And yeah, I've killed a ninja here in Echizen.
When the day's done, I take a tree for my lodge on my weary way.
And that's it. Lord Hojo is done for. Now, as you can see, there's still a ton of his troops on the map that needs to be chewed through before this campaign is over. But I've taken Kaga. What do we have? So this is going to be... Okay, so I have to siege this out. I mean, not siege. I have to just attack these warrior monks. Yeah, I should probably fight this one on the battlefield just because those are warrior monks, and if the AI just sends in my units into melee, that's going to be really bad. But if I just shoot those warrior monks with archers, I should be able to win this without taking any casualties. And then how about here in Hida? So just, this is going to fall at the end of this turn. What about Shinano? Yeah, I should attack this as well. It's just Yari Cav, so this should be... I should just be able to auto-resolve this one. So I will end that, and I will end this as well. And then, so I think with all of this, because they're rebels now, they should remain largely passive. Rebels typically aren't too expansionist-minded, but that's not a guarantee. I mean, if they see an opportunity, they will take it. So it's not guaranteed. I mean, they could still go after Shinano, Hida, Kaga, whatever, they could still attack, but I don't know. I don't know if they're going to. It's going to be really interesting to see. Oh, in addition to that, I should not forget that I still have these forces in Mino to deal with that attacked me. And let's see, it is a 3-star general. This first army is very banged up. It's the second army that's a little bit healthier, but actually not crazy. Like they're not actually, oh, what's this one? Yeah, this one's not too bad either. You know, really not a ton of monks. These monks are very, very, very low in numbers. So what I'm thinking is, see, these are just reinforcements armies, so it's a little awkward to bring them into battle, but I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Oh, actually, what I do have, yes. Naito Tokinao is just hanging out here in Awari, and he is available for action, so he can run into Mino here. And yeah, he can potentially deal with this problem here in Mino, which is good. Yeah. So the only question going forward that I can see is what's going to happen with this mega stack of rebel armies here at Echu. What are they going to do? I mean, like I said, they can be aggressive if they see an opportunity. And frankly, for numbers like that, anything looks like an opportunity, right? So I don't know. Are they going to try to expand? I guess we'll have to watch on and find out. And yes, I'm not going to worry about the geisha anymore, which is awesome because rebels don't use agents. They don't use ninjas or shinobis or geishas, none of that stuff. So I can just, I don't know, make the priests go back to converting my people to Christianity. That's probably a good idea. Yeah. So that was all very interesting. I mean, that was quite the couple of episodes there. And going forward, this is looking to be very interesting because I'm not sure what this rebel horde is going to be doing here in Echu and what are they going to be up to. And in the meantime, I still have a few other things to deal with here in Shinano, Hida, Kaga. I still have garrisons left in all of these places. And I have this other little rebel army that kind of got behind my lines a little bit that I have to deal with here in Mino as well. And of course I can start attacking Mikawa. I'll go for a round 3 here in Mikawa, and I should be able to take Mikawa with my daimyo as well. However, I don't think I'll have enough time in this episode because that's going to be a lot of time to fight Mikawa. I'll have to fight this battle here in Mino, in addition to this little castle battle here in Kaga. So this is all going to have to wait until next time. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and thank you very much for watching. I've been Conestep, and this has been Shogun Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.